What's up, fam? Hope everybody is doing fantastic out there. So first, I do want to apologize if my voice sounds odd or if anything sounds off. I'm feeling a little under the weather, but have to press on, get these videos done. But yeah, so this is a knife that has been loaned to the channel from a subscriber. So huge shout out to them. They know who they are. They've asked to remain anonymous. But yeah, this is the Null Knives Raikou. Or Raikou. I'm not sure exactly how it's supposed to be pronounced. But yeah, this is a pretty sweet knife. I have a big affinity for Null Knives. There's several of them on the list that are set to be grabbed. One of them we'll be taking a look at in another video that is pretty high up on the list. But this one, you guys, of course, can see why I really like it. You guys know I love this blade shape. I do like the Raiden. The Raiden was, the OG, I guess. It was the one that really, set me up for them guys. That's how I found them, and missed out on that one. And I've really wanted to pick up one of their knives ever since, and I for one reason or another, just have not been able to. But again, hopefully that will be remedied soon enough. Taking a look at all of our specs here, looking at a 3.45 inch blade, 7.88 inches overall, and 3.5 ounces, so 3.6 ounces. Not too shabby. Pretty daggum good ratios there. The action on this one is just kind of more of a shake shut, but overall I can tell that the knife action is done really well. So now this knife runs about $345. It is S90V titanium. These are not currently available, so when they do become available, that's their typical starting point. The name comes from, because it does kind of derive from the Raiden DNA. The Raikou is actually the companion to Raiden. It's typically a fox, or that's how it's depicted. It's a fox that's like lightning. So it's really cool. So Raiden being the god of thunder, and the Raikou being a lightning fox is the best way that it's described. Pretty cool stuff. Now this one here is the blue anodized version. Let's go ahead and jump in to the close-ups. You got the kind of the knurled pivot there. It is a double tooled pivot. Again, that blue anodizing, you guys know I am a sucker for blue. T6 and, T8 hardware all the way around. We do have a really nice full-length back spacer, a 3/4 length back spacer, 3/4 length back spacer. Milled pocket clip works really well. Kind of a stylized pocket clip. Really like how it looks. Got the Null Knives logo there and the relief cutout for the lock bar. Knife is perfectly centered. Everything is nicely crowned. You do have thumb stud and a fuller for opening, or a blade window, partial blade window. Belt satin with a hand satin on the flats, and then you have a bead blast there inside the window. Really nice Wharncliffe blade. You got a swedge and a harpoon. You got some jimping there on the top. Thumb studs are done really nicely. Take a look at our sharpening. Plunge grind it's okay. It's not the best. It's not the worst. We've got a little bit of sharpening room there, so you can see there is about where your plunge grind ends. The actual edge itself looks to be really nice. Again, this knife has seen some use, so I'm not sure how fresh this edge is, but it does still feels pretty good. You can definitely tell it's had some use, but it doesn't feel any real worse for the wear. Take a look at that sharpening on the tip there. Looks good. Tip looks to be straight. Yep, tip looks to be good. How's our lockup? Lockup is fantastic. All right, let's go ahead and jump into our hardware check. So I don't know who OEMs these for Null Knives. I would assume this is either Best Tech or Riot. I'll put it up on the screen there if I can get it found out. But yeah, not too much hardware there. All the hardware checked out really nicely, so pretty daggum good. I'm liking these more and more. The more I get to handle them. The first time I got to handle one was at Blade Show Atlanta 2023, I think it was. Well, first I'm really getting to handle one, and like I said, I've been kind of pining after them ever since. So hand feel is great on these things. It's super ergonomic. Pocket clip kind of rides high, so it moves out of that typical space in your hand. So you can see there where typically it would kind of hit right in this area on there. Excuse me, on there. But with it being a kind of a curved clip and kind of riding a little higher up on the back of the blade, when you put it in your hand, it falls right into that void in the hand. So I don't feel the pocket clip at all. Jimping on the back of the blade is good. It's very functional. No sharp points or anything like that. All the edges are slightly chamfered, so that gives it a kind of a smooth feel, even though it looks very angular. It definitely doesn't feel that way in the hand. So really impressed with it. Lock bar access is nice. You can reverse flick off of the studs, reverse flick off of the hole or the fuller. Thumb flick is no issue. That's definitely not meant to be a front flipper. So yeah, I really like it. No branding. Everything's hidden. So you do have right in there, you have the Raikou, and then the numbers 354. So it's just everything's understated, even though it is a more of a kind of an in-your-face design. I like that the other stuff about it is very understated. So yeah, this is one that I've got on the list, and every time I see one up on the secondary market, I kind of kick myself a little bit for not being able to pick it up. But hopefully we'll be able to check that one off the list before long. But yeah, that's it, guys. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. As always, please remember to be kind, be humble, and be EDC. Y'all take care.